Today I'm going to do the ear training. I'm going to play some notes on the higher pitch and some notes on the lower pitch, and you are going to identify. First, I'm going to say what is, to compare what's higher pitch and lower pitch. So the reference also, this note, compare with this note. So the first is higher than the second. So, da, da. So the first is higher pitch note than the second. Now this here, the first note is lower pitch than the second pitch. Da, da. So the first is lower, the second is higher. Now if I play da, da. So the first is lower pitch than the second. Compare. Now the second example. Higher pitch, lower pitch, higher pitch. So the first is higher pitch note. The second is lower compared with the first. Now go back. Now here. So the first is the lowest, lower pitch note. That's the higher. That's the higher, lower. So lower, higher, higher, lower. One compared with the other. So now. So the first, da, da. So the first is lower than the second. Compare. We are comparing one with the other. So now. So the first is lower pitch note than the second. Da, da. Now. The first is lower pitch note than the second. Compare. The next one. Who is lower and who is higher? Da, da. They are the same note. Now. The first is the lower pitch note compared with the second. Da, da. So now I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to play and you're going to tell me, you're going to, let me show here. Right, high, low, you're going to have 5, totally 10 groups. You're going to write high, low, and when I play, you're going to circle if it was high or low, okay? So 10 exercises. So write high and low, 1 high, low, 2, ta-ta. Okay, let me give you some time for you to write. Okay, the first one. Again, so that's the number 1. The first note is, and the second, who is the higher? Start is higher, low, or lower, high? Low, high. Again. Now the number 2. Number 2. You are going to circle that is low, high, or high, low, okay, pitch. So the number 1, number 2, number 3, again number 3. Zoe is by the door, waiting for some her friends to come. Zoe.